Is it that many?
I don't know how many is it.
That's a lot, though. Yo, I'm really, really, really sitting here thinking about how this man called me a cunt. So yeah, the term of endearment or whatever is like, if I could say bitch, bitch,
I don't know. It
bitch,
really depends on
and
who
who is it
you
coming
are
from?
because I got a phone call yesterday like, hey, bitch. What? Oh, it's such and such.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Hey, hey, girl, hey.
Like, but it took a minute. Like, you're not about to just bitch me and I don't know who you are.
Yeah, yeah. But then I'm saying like, one of my people's, I'm like, bitch, let me tell you. Or if it's somebody, I don't fuck with that bitch. Now that means two different, if
It
she's
has
that
different
bitch.
meanings.
Yeah, but then like I said, if it comes from, a dude or whatever, it changes the game to me too. Like, I don't know. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I feel like if a man call me a bitch, I'm gonna just go,
You gonna what?
who you calling bitch, bitch?
I told you. It's going back to the dude calling me a cunt. He's like, go get your husband. Call your husband. Call your husband. I'm like, oh, okay. Nope, I'm not calling my husband. I'm gonna call my brother. My brother will deal with you differently. Like, yo, he was big. Oh, and then he bumped me. Like, he had his, like, he was real tall. He had a real big stomach. And then he never put his hands on me. He's like, I never put my hands on her. But and he was a football player. He, like, he
Nah,
played
just shut
football.
up. I don't got time for it.
Yeah, that's probably what he needed too, because he was like, boom. I was like, oh shit, and I was bigger at the time, so he pushed me back. I'm like, oh wait,
Nigga got
so
stabbed,
yeah, no,
shot,
he pushed me 3 times
tased,
with his stomach.
ran over with a car or something.
He never went outside. He owed me
Or the
money.
car would have just came inside.
Yeah, I was in Scotch Plains, so
I don't care. Nah, I don't mess with Scotch
that's
Plain.
why I was like, nah. I probably would have went a little bit differently too. That's why I just was like, you know what? Before he calls the police, let me call the police because, and actually the uncolored in there, he had already called the police because he had already had a call in.
The uncolored way. I just had a delay.
Yeah. So yeah, he had already called the police. He was like, I don't want it to get escalated.
Oh, we gonna escalate this.
He owed me my money. I wanted my money.
We can get gangster about it. We can get the how you want to go
It's
about it.
always like that, but he took it to a whole nother level. I think what bothered me more so was don't tell me who to call. I think that really pissed
I'm
me
calling
off.
everybody now just because.
No, he's like, call your husband. I'm like, because to me, I feel like he had a personal vendetta against
after
him.
that, I probably wouldn't have sat there and called nobody. I probably would have just dealt with it myself.
No, I just was like, in my head, I was like, I'm not calling nobody. I did something. I'm not calling nobody. I deal with you myself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I really
But
would
then
have
I
got
was
to
in
that.
Scotch Plains. So it's just like, let me think twice about
My
this.
favorite line now was I got bail money, but New Jersey don't have bail anymore, so I can't go far with that.
Yeah.
I can't go far with that. That's okay.
That's a lot of things. And you know what? I'm just thinking about how people get emotional about just something that's feeling disrespected. Like, it's just really what it is when people get angry. It's like, I'm emotional, so your emotions take you to a whole different realm when you're feeling disrespected. Disrespect is a really big thing.
But I say, even with anger in general, and I said this today, like most people, you don't have just people that's angry at the world. You got people that's been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Most anger stems from hurt. Like, it don't matter. Nobody wants to walk around hurt. Nobody gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, this hurt my feelings," or "This made me feel sad," or "This made me feel some type of way." That it's easier to be angry. It's better to sit here and I'm gonna smack the shit out of you versus me sitting here and crying.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather smack you before I cry, but you gotta understand. In order to not be angry, you gotta heal the hurt that you have within yourself. Like,
I agree. I agree.
so now I'm gonna sit here. I don't even have to have a reason. Sometimes you just need to cleanse and you'll cry. And you don't even have to cry to sit there and cleanse yourself. You could do so many different things, but I feel like you gotta heal the hurt.
I agree with that.
If we heal the hurt that everybody have within themselves, the world would be a better place. That's how you bring world peace.
Okay. All right. Kumbaya. Yes. 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 No, I do agree. I agree that there are there are a lot of broken
Pieces.
people that have a whole bunch of broken pieces. Yes, I agree. And then I feel like you might think that your pieces are mended, but then one incident might make you, I guess the word I want to use is relapse or backslide or whatever, back
Or
to
shatter,
the
re-break.
re-break. Yeah. So whatever the case may be, I feel like at the end of the day, you need to self-scan with your
Self-reflect. That's
yeah,
the big thing.
yeah, but
Big thing.
yeah, and if you reflecting and you're reflecting, you're scanning all of the areas in your life to see where you are as far as, am I angry? If I am, what am I angry about? Or am I quick to get angry? If I am, why am I so quick to get there? Or is it because I'm hurt? Or if I'm disappointed? Because a lot of the times your anger comes like, for me, somebody could say something to me and I was like, all right, whatever. But then it could come from one of y'all, and I'll be like, oh, that's because y'all said something that was able to sting. So now my hurt, depending on the level of hurt, is how I might react. I might react hurt, but then that might anger, because now my anger does not want to show the hurt. Because now hurt for a lot of people might look like a sign of weakness.
A vulnerability.
Exactly. So you don't want that to show to everybody. So you lash out and you put that wall up, and that protection is anger. So when you see a lot of angry people, they're really just protecting themselves from that inner child, from that broken person, from them shattered pieces. That's what these angry people are about. And you see it a lot more when they're under influence, because their sober self might think about other things, but once you're under the influence, that anger comes out, and it makes it a lot more difficult for people to suppress, while they're under the influence, like those feelings. So it's like, okay, I could be free, and that's where a lot of the things can come from.
I'm saying I agree with that 110%. But I'm just saying here now, like, when I do, like, if I smoke, 90% of the time it's an amazing high, because it's like, you know what? I am genuinely at peace within myself and around me. I'm happy from within. I am love, joy, and everything that, like, when they say everything is already inside of you, that is really true. But anything, like, you can't, my biggest thing that I try to live by is, one, like, treating people how I want to be treated. But I can't expect anything of anybody else if I can't do it or provide it to myself. I can't love nobody if I can't love myself. I can't help nobody if I can't help myself. I can't pour into your cup if my cup is empty. I can't do anything or be beneficial to anybody if I'm not beneficial and good for myself. So I feel like self-love is really like the best love. Self-affirmations. I need to be self-assured so that I won't go looking for reassurance. I feel like if a lot of people had that mindset, you'll see a difference. And I do feel like in today's time, a lot of people are becoming more woke, awakened spiritually, which I think is a beautiful thing.
I do believe that's a beautiful thing.
A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing.
I do.
I feel like when everybody actually become consciously aware, it allow you to move differently. Like, so once you're aware and you realize, hey, I have my conscious mind, but I have my subconscious mind. I have the power and the ability to create, to do everything thinking it first. If it starts in my mind and then I manifest it, or I foresee it coming into fruition just by starting in my head, so many people will start thinking differently. I know so many people that it's easy and easier to think negative. It's so much, and I say all the time, think positive. It ain't gonna be easy, but if it was easy, everybody be doing it. It's easier to think negative. It's easier to get angrier. It's easier to do wrong because one, you don't have to hold yourself accountable. You do wrong 90% of the time is, oh well, I did it. Oops. Oh, my bad. But when do you take the accountability? Hey, I did this action either A made me feel this way or B made somebody else feel some type of way. And you know I'm big on, I'm not gonna say I don't care about other people's feelings because that wouldn't be true. But I feel like my feelings are important as well. So if I'm doing something, if it's not making me feel good, I'm not doing it. If it's not something that's gonna benefit me in the long run, I'm not doing it. And it doesn't matter if it's a job, if it's a project, if it's an organization, if it's whatever. Shit, it could be following somebody simply on Instagram. If I don't like the energy that's coming through the phone, I'm good.
Yo, I just was gonna post this though. You can feel people's energy through pictures on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, I was scrolling on I was on Instagram, and I'm scrolling, and a picture came up, and it was this like scroll. I went back to that person's page. Like, why did I feel like that? It almost felt like an instantaneous like dirty energy around from looking at the person on the camera. So I went out, like scrolled up, and then I was like, let me see something. I went back. I promise you, it was like real crazy. I went to the person's profile page because I'm like making a conscious effort of like how I'm feeling and everything. I'm like, this person is really, really, really negative energy, and it's somebody I've known for a minute, but I never realized how negative they were until looking at this post. That was yesterday. I deleted them. Like, nope. I don't want that dirty feeling just scrolling on the phone. I don't want it.
But even in general, like, a lot of people say I'm quiet. And for the most part, I wouldn't say I'm quiet, but
not
I'm observant.
Ever. Observant, yes. I think we all are.
I don't know how to shut up.
You've been talking to me. I was going to say bitch. I've been trying not to say bitch. See, that's a term of endearment for me. Okay. Don't call me lemon drop. I don't like to be called lemon drop. No.
Oh, then don't. I'm telling you, instead of saying bitch, that's a word you can use.
Okay. So, lemon drop?
Cupcake.
No, I gotta say it with authority. Lemon drop.
Lemon
bitch?
Drop.
No. No.
The whole point of lemon drop is to eliminate the bitch word.
I know, but you be like, bitch, lemon drop. It don't sound the same. It doesn't make me feel the same inside. So I'll figure out another word.
Lemon drop.
Bernie.
No, but seriously, I feel like some people be like, "Oh, you're quiet." No, I'm observant. I'm reserved if I don't fuck with your energy.
Yes, you're not quiet. You talk a lot. You have been talking to me. I promise you, every single day since you were 2 years old. You have to let me know your entire day. Every day. There has not been a day since you were 2 years old and you came home from your daycare and let me know about your day. You were so annoyed. You were so annoyed because the little boy chewed his tie and it stinked. And you didn't know what he ate for lunch, but his tie stinked and it pissed you off so bad. And I don't know how long he chewed his tie, but every time we had to sleep next to him at nap time, you had to tell me about it. Then you would tell me, okay, he didn't chew his tie today, or I didn't have to sleep at him at nap time, but such and such came in and her feet smell like corn chips when she took her shoe off the mat, or this one put slob and I saw it. He slobbed on his mat, Mommy. I saw it, and I don't know if they're going to clean it up, but I don't want that mat tomorrow. Yeah, every day. Then it became, you went to, that's 2. Keep that in mind. You got to kindergarten. You had to tell me you didn't want to take naps no more. You was a big girl. I don't want to take naps no more. I'm going to stay up like the big kids. Then you got to elementary school. You was going to middle school parties, so you thought that you was just doing the damn thing. I'm going roller skating. I'm going to the teen center. Yay. Then you get to high school. Now you're going to college parties because you're too young to go to the high school parties. Your partying days are over now. Then you get to college. And what?
I went to some college parties.
A little, I guess.
Going to bars.
Now you just be out at the people parties. So your partying days not over. Because when you was in high school, your freshman year in high school, your partying days was over.
They were. They definitely were. They were.
Hanging with your cousins. Yeah.
I don't talk too much. I just feel like I really don't. No, I'm not gonna say.
It's like, no, you could talk. No, she only talks. No, she's quiet. You're quiet. You're quiet.
I'm quiet. But no, seriously, I really am quiet if I don't fuck with you. Like, some people be like, oh, you don't talk at all. And then some people be like, you don't know how to shut up.
I'm one of them. She don't know how to shut up.
It just goes based off of the energy. If I get good vibes, I'm going to talk. If I get bad vibes, I'm not saying shit. I don't got it. Damn, I was about to be like, let me tell you how. So, I'll wait till we stop because, I mean, let me just say here. Smiling hard.
Let me ask you about this. The gas prices. So, sorry. Everybody been running around talking about the price of gas. The price of gas is so high.
They blaming Joe.
They are blaming Joe.
Like, he really got control over it.
But it's part of inflation. So, everything went up. Your pay rate went up. But with that pay rate going up, everything else went up. 2-bedroom apartment, $2,800. Your pay rate went up. You still got to pay that. You still, actually, your pay rate went up, but the housing went here. So now we back behind, the level playing field. So you thinking that you're doing enough to get ahead, and boom, now inflation hits, and now what?
They trying to keep the rich rich and keep the poor poor.
I think that they're eliminating the middle class. Yeah, that's exactly what I think it is.
But this is why I think it's very important for Black people to become knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like overall, as a group collectively of Black people, we could be phenomenal people. But we have the crab in the barrel mentality. I'm going to get you before you get me.
But that crab in the barrel mentality,
that's not their natural habitat.
I was just about to say, a crab's natural habitat is not a barrel. So you captured it, put it in another place that it's not supposed to be, and then you want it to be able to survive. So they have to go into, instead of living freely the way that they were supposed to, you put them in a space that they were not used to, and now they have to adapt. And that is the best way to do it, is to try to either A, get out, I'm going to get you before you get me, or B, I'm going to stay at the bottom, and I'm not sure, because the ones that's at the bottom, they just chilling. The ones that's fighting to the top, fighting to get to the top, guess what? Those be the ones that they take and put in the flames.
But I do have a question. Are the ones at the bottom just chilling, or are they fighting to get up too, and they just got so many on top of them where they struggling to get up?
It could be. It could very well be. Everybody is fighting, and maybe the ones at the bottom is fighting harder, and that's would really be how it would be. The ones at the bottom is fighting harder, because you look at the poor, that's where they claim most of the criminal acts are coming from, because they're fighting any way that they can to survive. It's not a way that you can say that somebody that is making, even if they're saying food stamps and they dump a whole bunch of food stamps, but think about it. A family with a mother with 7 kids. let's say a mother with 2 kids and she's getting an allowed amount, and then the price of milk went from $3 to $6. Now, how many gallons of milk is she going to be able to get with that allotted amount to feed her 2 kids? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or a pack of chicken, where at one point in time, a pack of chicken, you could get it for $8-9 for, to feed your family. And now it was, the last time I looked, it was like $40-something. I'm like, I'm glad I don't eat chicken, because
it's $47 for chicken.
Yes. $47 for a pack of chicken. And I'm like, it was the chicken wings, the family pack. That's a lot of money for me. But that's, I don't know, I don't understand. Like,
I do feel like it's not my job, but to just educate as many people as possible, but especially and specifically the African American people. Because I feel like if you know better, you could do better. I feel like with your finances, first of all, just in general, they don't teach us stuff to keep us at the playing field. They teach us just enough to get by. Barely even that, because a lot of the stuff that they teach, it's either one, a whole different spin on it, 2, it didn't happen accurately, and 3, it's like, all right, well, we're going to tell you this is what happened, so go ahead and go with it. A lot of the times, you got to do your own research. You got to take your own journey to educate yourself. Nobody could take your knowledge from you. It don't matter how it come, what you do, where you end up, where you go. If you were stripped of all your money, all your assets, all your belongings, whatever the case may be,
dignity,
nobody could take your knowledge. Once you got it here, that's it. That's all. It's stuck there. Unless you end up getting dementia or something. But I'm serious.
I mean, you was on a roll, and in case you get dementia, you might. Then you don't have all of that. But some people with dementia, their memories are still there.
They still remember stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
so the knowledge is not going to go nowhere. It just might not be able to be communicated the same way effectively.
So I do feel like one thing that the whole Get Faded show is about is educating. FADED stands for Fears Are Deleted with Education and Drive. So we're going to be educating everybody, but specifically our Black people, so that we can become better, so that we can teach ourselves or teach each other how to create generational wealth, how to create great credit, how to have financial advice or financial education to put yourself in a better situation and live the life that we're supposed to live. We're not supposed to be struggling. We weren't designed or created to struggle. We weren't designed or created to have a woe it's me or have all of this, not negativity, but
pity.
Just
pity.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have none of that. I'm sorry, I'm a child of a king. If I'm a child of a king, I'm royalty, and I'm one of God's favorites at the end of the day. So, and what God could do for me, I feel like He could do for other people. So, I know for myself, and once you change your mindset, once you really sit there and figure it out, what exactly it is that you want out of life, and pinpoint it, write it down, think about it, don't think about it. Once you come up with exactly what you want out of life, you'll be able to get it. And our goal is to just help you optimize. Excuse me. Your eyes is closed.
They not. I was listening to you. I really was. No, because I was listening.
But ultimately, our goal is to just sit here and help you optimize the best and the most that you can gain out of life. And that's just that. I'm done.
Yeah, so what I was going to say, because I feel like you just did all of that, and I was just going to say, I agree.
Namaste.
All right, that's it for today.